Guess who Moira is interested in, y'all? Like, sis, you done had 5 guys already in that damn villa. Like, chill or go home. Like, what? Hey everyone, I'm your host Moira, and today I am back with another recap / opinion related video on Love Island USA Season 2, Episode 26. Let's get into it. You guys, a lot happened this episode. This episode definitely made up for episode 25. If you guys haven't watched my video, I did a recap / opinion related video on that. Make sure you check it out if you haven't watched the episode yet. And even if you have watched the episode, just go listen to what I have to say because what I have to say was relevant, okay? But I had to write things down this time because this episode was just full of so many things that I had to write it down to just make sure I try my best not to miss out on the juicy stuff that happened this episode, because this episode was it. So the episode started off where it left off last episode, which was the recoupling. So we did see Caleb and Justine couple up on on yesterday's episode, but on today's episode it continued with the other islanders. Where should we even start? So Cely picked Johnny, of course. I was not even surprised when she picked him. I was like, okay, whatever, next. I don't know, you guys, if you guys watched my other video, I don't like Johnny for some weird reason. I still don't. I'm trying my best to like him, but something is just not there. It's just not clicking for me yet. I just feel like he's being fake, and I just feel like he's being manipulative, and I just feel like him and Cely are not gonna last because I just don't think he's a genuine person. He just gives me bad vibes. Okay. So yeah, so I said Jelly. What is going on with me? Cely picked Johnny, and then the other couple was Kirsten and Bennett. So Kirsten picked Bennett, which was actually not much of a surprise, but it low-key was because she was coupled up with Calvin. So honestly, her and Bennett, I know I said that I never saw a connection between them, but this episode kind of did show us a connection between them. Not sure if it's genuine, but there's definitely chemistry there, and let's see where it goes. Then Moira, who was the one we were confused on if she was gonna pick Connor, who friend-zoned her a few days before recoupling, or she was gonna go with Calvin, who she was coupled up with like 2 weeks ago, or actually last week, I think. And so she coupled up with Calvin, which honestly, very good for her because Connor was not ready to stay in that house. Homeboy was ready to go home and see Mackenzie, and it was clear to see because once he actually got dumped from the island, and so did Bennett because Cely didn't pick him, obviously. So Bennett and Connor were both dumped from the island. Connor was happy. He was like, the whole time, like, people was crying, and Connor was like, because he was going to go see Mackenzie. Him and Mackenzie, it's actually crazy because I always thought like, oh, Mackenzie was manipulative. She, treated him badly. But Connor genuinely was in love. And I think I can actually use those words, or that word rather, in love. Words, in love. Yeah, those are 2 words. In love, because Connor loves her. The way he was smiling, the way he was happy, he was so happy to leave that villa. I don't even know why he waited for recoupling. He could have honestly just left if he was that eager to leave. Like, boy, bye. But yeah, so he got dumped, and so did Bennett. And Bennett actually left with not much to say, honestly. He ended up saying like, oh, he told Johnny to take care of Cely and he wishes the best for them, which I actually feel is very genuine of him, or very nice of him. But did y'all hear that he has a whole girlfriend outside the villa? Anyways, now Laurel coupled up with Carrington, and I thought she was going to pick Calvin because the speech she gave, y'all, was very unnecessary in my opinion. I just feel like it geared more towards Calvin. Like, anyone would have thought she was going to pick Calvin, but then she ended up picking Carrington, and I just feel like it was kind of like a low blow because you could have just said you wanted Carrington. You didn't have to do all of that. Like, she said the most. And I just felt like it reminded me of the day when Carrington came down the stairs and we all thought he was coming alone from Casa Amor, but then he goes like this and he brings down Laurel. It was just very shady. Like, just say you want Carrington. You don't need to like make it seem like you're about to pick homeboy Calvin, because he was smiling. He was like, when she was talking and she's like, the boy I would like to couple up with is Carrington. And he goes, like, I felt so bad for him. Like, I have really bad secondhand embarrassment. Like, that wasn't nice, Laurel. Like, girl, do better. Okay, do better. Then Bennett had this conversation with Kirsten after the recoupling, and he was just basically telling her how she's so beautiful and he's happy that she's with him. And then he talks about how he dated Summer Rae. Now, I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys did, but I had no idea. He dated Summer Rae and basically was talking about how he met her at a restaurant because he was her waiter. And then they kicked it off from there. And he dated her for almost 2 years, he said, which is interesting. So I actually really wonder what happened. I guess he probably couldn't or didn't want to share his business out there like that. But I wonder what happened between them. Anyway, he's coupled up with Kirsten. And like I said, I actually kind of do see chemistry there. So let's see how that goes. Another thing that happened after the recoupling was a conversation between Cely and Johnny. And Johnny starts crying because he's expressing his feelings to Cely and he starts crying. And Cely fell for it. And I'm mad, okay? I'm mad because Johnny, props to you. You know how to play the game, but why do you have to hurt someone in the process? You guys, I don't care what nobody says. Johnny is not genuine at all. You can tell he might be a nice guy, but he's not ready to find love. And that's okay. That is completely fine. But just don't lead this poor Cely on. Like, Cely is head over heels for Johnny. She is in love with this boy, and I don't think I can say the same thing for him, unfortunately. But she's gonna learn. She's gonna learn. And I'll tell you guys why she's gonna learn, because when I talk about the new girls coming in, we'll get into it. But the next thing that happened, y'all, Moira. I told you guys Moira was a very special person. And I want to emphasize that she's a very special person, okay? Guess who Moira is interested in, y'all? Like, sis, you done had 5 guys already in that damn villa. Like, chill or go home. Like, what? Guys, Moira wants Bennett. And remember, Bennett is the one who's coupled up with Kirsten currently. Moira, there's this tweet I saw. It was like, Moira wants all the people she's not coupled up with. She wants every boy she's not coupled up with. Like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, Moira, just, Love Island's just not for you, honey. And that's fine. Go home. You go home. Just go home. Just go home. You'll probably find love there. Like, or not probably, you'll definitely find love there. Like, just go, leave the villa. Like, it's not for you. It really isn't. And that's okay. You don't actually have to find love on Love Island. Shocker. But you really don't. So she needs to go home because she's just causing too much stress for me. Like, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, because she wants Bennett. So she goes and she tells Laurel in the bed that she wants Bennett. And Laura's like, oh, okay. And then she doesn't stop there. No. She doesn't stop there. Y'all know Moira is a very special person. She goes to Cely and Justine and she's like, you guys, I really want Bennett. What should I do? Honestly, she should have just never gone to Cely and Justine, because both of those girls are disasters in a good way. I honestly love their friendship. It's so beautiful. They tell her to go talk to Bennett. Why would you say that to Moira? So Moira goes in her red bikini. She goes to like sit down near Bennett, and homegirl doesn't talk. She doesn't say anything. She just lays there. And then Kirsten comes over, so she definitely doesn't say anything, and she just walks away. And Justine is looking at her like, girl, you had one job. You literally had one job, to tell this guy how you feel about him. And then she doesn't stop there. Oh, no. Y'all know she doesn't stop there, because this is Moira. She doesn't stop there. She actually tells Calvin Mind you, the person she's coupled up with, she tells Calvin she's interested in Bennett. It's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. Nothing but audacity. Like, girl, does it stop there? No. Why doesn't it stop there? Because this is Moira, and we know she's special. Moira goes to meet Bennett himself and actually tells him how she's catching feelings and she really just enjoys their vibe and she wants to get to know him. But surprisingly, Bennett says he wants to get to know her too. Cut the cameras. Dead ass. Because what's going on? Bennett is trying to get to know Moira. But he just finished having a conversation with Kirsten on how they're doing very well. So what are you looking for, sir? Honestly, there's a lot of things going on this season. And although I'm here for it, y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, these people never cease to amaze me. Every episode, there's something shocking about everyone. And at this point, I need to just stop being surprised because I should be used to it by now. What? We're on episode 26. I should be used to it. But no. Every episode, these Islanders never cease to amaze me. But let's move on. The episode ended with the Islanders playing the heart racing game. And for those of you who don't know what that game actually entails, it's when all of them actually wear the heart rate monitors on their wrist. And the goal is to basically see who was able to race whose heart rate. And we don't have the answers to who did what or whose heart rate went up for who, because that is definitely going to be on episode 27, because obviously it was a cliffhanger, unfortunately. But we did see all the girls go do their dance on the guys, and all the guys do the dance on the girls. And obviously Justine did her thing. Okay, she definitely got Caleb's heart racing. I can't wait to see the answers on next episode. I feel like Justine definitely raised, like, I feel like she got a lot of boys' heart racing. I don't even think it's just Caleb. She did a lot. My girl did her thing, okay? And I feel like she got a lot of people's heart rate going high. And y'all know I don't like Johnny, okay, but he actually did the best out of all the guys. He definitely did his thing. I don't like him, but I could give credit where credit is due. Okay, Johnny did his thing, and it was so funny because when it was time for him to dance on Cely, he obviously does the most, and he picks her up and lays her on the floor and everything, and then walks away after, like, you know, doing his thing on Cely. And I'm just there like, you're not gonna pick homegirl up, you're just gonna leave her on the floor like that? Typical Johnny behavior. Okay, I'm not even surprised. But even Cely was like, you're just gonna leave me here? Like, Cely is so cute. She's such a vibe in that villa. When the new girls came in, so the new girls came in today, and honestly, this was done really well because I feel like they brought in the new girls really smoothly. So after all the girls went, the music kept playing. So the girls were like, what's going on? Why did the music not stop? And obviously the music didn't stop because the two new girls were coming in to do their dances on the men. So it was a really slick way to bring them in. Producers, y'all did that. It was a really slick way to bring them in, because I was in shock too, because I wasn't thinking that's how they were going to come in, and neither did the girls, and shoot, neither did the boys. It was just a smooth way to bring them in, but they was doing their thing. Obviously, we didn't really see it because it's going to be on next episode, so that was the cliffhanger. That's where everything like happened, because they were dancing on the boys, but we never really got to see the full dance. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but obviously, guess who looked very interested? I don't even have to say, I'm pretty sure you already knew. Johnny. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to be on the lookout for tomorrow's video, which will be on episode 27 of Love Island USA. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. No do, my, no girl.